You wake up with a runny nose, a sore throat. Your head feels heavy. Today, you'd grab tissues and maybe some medicine. But in the year 1500, this could get very strange, very painful, and sometimes deadly, because people in the 1500s didn't believe colds were caused by viruses. They believed colds were caused by imbalances inside your body, or bad air, or curses, or too much cold weather entering your soul. And their cures? They ranged from uncomfortable to completely terrifying. Stay with me, because some of these treatments might sound fake, but people truly believed them. In the 1500s, a simple cold wasn't just a cold. There were no antibiotics, no painkillers, no modern medicine. A cough could turn into pneumonia. A fever could mean death. So when someone caught a cold, families panicked. Doctors were called, money was spent, and treatments began immediately. But the logic behind those treatments came from an ancient idea. Doctors believed the body was ruled by 4 humors: blood, phlegm, yellow bile, black bile. Health meant balance. Illness meant one humor had too much power. A cold? That was blamed on too much phlegm. Phlegm was cold, wet, slow. So to cure a cold, doctors tried to remove phlegm, or dry it out. And this belief shaped everything that came next. One of the most common cold treatments was bloodletting. Yes, doctors believed draining blood could cure a runny nose. They used knives, or sharp tools, sometimes leeches. Blood was removed from the arm, the neck, or even behind the ears. Patients often fainted, but doctors thought this was success. If you felt weak afterward, that meant the imbalance was correcting. In reality, it often made people worse, but bloodletting continued for centuries. Leeches weren't just for wounds. They were placed on people with colds, sometimes inside the nose, sometimes behind the ears. The idea was simple: let the leech suck out the sickness. Doctors believed leeches were intelligent creatures. They thought leeches knew exactly how much blood to take. Spoiler, they did not. Infections were common. Scarring happened. But people trusted the process, because what else could they do? If phlegm was cold and wet, then the solution was heat. Lots of heat. Patients were wrapped in heavy blankets, placed near fires, given hot drinks. Some were locked in small rooms until they sweated heavily. Doctors believed sweat pushed illness out through the skin. If you collapsed from dehydration, that was considered part of healing. And yes, people died this way, but survivors swore it worked. Herbs were everywhere in 1500s medicine. Some were helpful, others were dangerous. Popular cold remedies included crushed garlic mixed with wine, boiled onions inhaled as steam, mustard seeds placed under the tongue. Some people drank mixtures containing mercury or lead. Doctors didn't know these were poisons. They believed strong substances scared sickness away. Sometimes, they scared the patient away instead. This is where things get strange. Animal parts were used to treat colds. Common remedies included wearing a warm rabbit skin around the neck, drinking broth made from boiled frogs, placing pigeon feathers on the chest. Why? Because animals were believed to absorb illness. If the animal suffered, you healed. Science was not consulted. Bad smells were considered powerful medicine. Doctors believed strong odors forced sickness out. Patients were told to smell burning hair, rotting meat, animal dung. Some doctors carried foul-smelling sticks called nosegays. The idea was simple: if your nose suffered, the cold would leave. This did not work, but it was extremely unpleasant. People believed sleeping wrong caused colds. Sleeping facing north? Dangerous. Sleeping near windows? Risky. Sleeping under moonlight? Very bad. Some doctors prescribed sleeping upright. Others banned sleep during fever entirely. Rest wasn't always encouraged. In fact, exhaustion was sometimes seen as cleansing. Not all cures were physical. Many believed colds were punishment from God. Prayer was prescribed. Confession was encouraged. Some people wore charms. Others drank holy water. Certain saints were believed to cure coughs. Faith often helped emotionally. even if it didn't stop the cold. Wealthy patients had options: private physicians, rare herbs, imported medicines. They were bled more carefully, fed better food, kept warm in clean rooms. Poor people, they relied on home remedies, and survival was much less likely. When the cold got worse, if a cold turned serious, doctors panicked. More bloodletting, stronger herbs, more heat. Patients were pushed harder, and many didn't survive what today would be a mild illness. The cure was sometimes more dangerous than the disease. Surprisingly, some treatments actually helped. Warm fluids, rest, steam inhalation. They didn't know why these worked. But sometimes tradition accidentally aligned with reality. Why didn't people question this? Because authority mattered more than evidence. Doctors studied ancient texts, not experiments. If Galen said it worked, even when it didn't. No tissues, no medicine, no certainty, only fear, pain, and faith in strange cures. A runny nose today is annoying. Back then, it could change your fate. Today we understand viruses, immune systems, prevention. We don't drain blood for sniffles anymore. And that's progress. But it's also a reminder. Humans do their best with the knowledge they have. Next time you have a cold, be grateful for modern medicine. And if you enjoyed this journey into strange medical history, subscribe for more bizarre, fascinating stories from the past. Like the video to help others find it. And tell me in the comments which 1500s cure shocked you the most. See you in